This episode is brought to you by Starry. When you drink Starry Lemon Lime Soda, every sip is a win. Perfect for game time or anytime. It's a crisp, refreshing lemon lime soda that's caffeine-free and bursting with flavor that makes you go, ah. Starry hits different. Find it in stores or online today.
Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel
Extra.
Yep, it's Friday. This is the Friday edition. It's the extra edition of your favourite sequel-based podcast. My name is Dave, and that other voice you've just heard, that is Rich. We are the two co-hosts of this podcast.
We are.
Yeah.
I think you're the host and I'm the co-host, probably.
Would you say I'm the mayo and you're the commode, or?
Maybe it's more like you're the. If we in pointless terms, I think you're Alexander Armstrong and I'm Richard Osman.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah,
I can see that because you're both quite tall as well.
True, and the glasses and stuff. Yeah, kind of works, doesn't it?
Has he stopped that now?
I think he just does the celebrity one now.
Of course, that's where the money is. In Pointless.
Yeah. I think it's Alex Brooker was on the normal one this week.
Brilliant.
Like the co-host.
So we're here. We've, like I said, it's a Friday. Welcome, congratulations! You made it to the end of the week, everyone. Really proud of you. Keep up that good work. If you have to work the weekend, I'm really sorry for you, but I'm sure you'll smash it. And if you want to put us in your ears while you work, that's fine. Because today we're going to review a film. It's a reviewing episode.
Woohoo!
Thank God for that. It's been a few weeks. January's behind us. Well, there's bugger all to talk about review-wise. Here we are, February, full of reviews. Every week is a review, and this is the first one. So, Rich, you want to tell them what we're doing?
Yeah, we're kicking off with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah, who knew this was a sequel? Because I didn't even know Puss in Boots was a film. Very surprised.
You didn't know it was a Puss in Boots film?
Honestly, I haven't watched it. Have you watched it?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've watched it. Of course I've watched it. I've got a 7-year-old boy. Of course I've watched it.
Is it good?
It's all right, yeah.
Okay.
I've also watched the TV series as well. There's a Puss in Boots TV show.
There's
TV
that
series.
much Puss in Boots content?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Is there more Puss in Boots than there is Shrek now?
No, I don't think so. So what, there's six films in the Shrek franchise?
No, there's only 4 Shreks.
Yeah, and 2 Puss in Boots.
Okay.
So this
there's no
is
other
6.
spin-offs anywhere else? 6.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And
so yeah, 4 Shreks, 2 Puss in Boots, so that's 6. And a Puss in Boots TV show.
And then all the spin-off little like Halloween Christmas specials.
Yeah, all them.
Shrek the Halls or whatever they're called. And
yeah.
It's all part of the same universe. It's all canon, Rich.
I know.
I believe.
I know, but still, didn't count.
Okay, so we watched Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish. The Last Wish.
Yes, definitely The Last Wish.
Rich, do you want to give it a quick synopsis?
Oh, I knew you were going to do this.
Every week, you should not be surprised by it by now. You should be like, I'm going to plan ahead.
Yeah, I know, but we haven't done a review for so long. And you did the last synopsis. Although that was, you'll only hear that if you've got another slice. So yes. You might want to go and get a subscription just to hear Dave do a synopsis for once.
I did cheat.
Oh, yeah, you read it out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we kick off with Puss in Boots liberating a town from a rich lord and trashing his house, only for him to be squashed by a giant bell from a giant that comes out of nowhere, and finds out of the doctors that he's used 8 of his 9 lives. He's only got 1 life left. So Puss packs in his squashbuckling adventure ways and goes to live in a, what do you call it, a cattery? A sanctuary for cats.
Yeah, a cattery is a nice word.
Oh, sorry, before that happens, he meets a wolf who wants to kill him, basically. Who he thinks is a bounty hunter. So yeah, he goes off and he's in the category. I think he spends a couple of years in the category. Certainly grows a beard.
That was one of my questions. I wonder how long he spends in the category.
Yeah, we can enough time to grow a beard anyway, and to meet a friendly puppy called, I think, Burrito. Or he calls him Burrito or Burrito or something like that. Maybe that means puppy. I don't know.
Well, he hasn't got a name because he's an orphan puppy that the owners didn't want him. That's the Anyway, you're doing great. Keep it going.
And then I'm getting it blurry now. Goldilocks and the Three Bears turn up because they want to hire Puss to find a map or steal a map. From Little Jack Horner, who is Big Jack Horner, who is an evil baker. I'm thinking baker.
I think so. Yeah, he makes pies.
Think Paul Hollywood, but even more evil. And then Puss realizes that the map is to somewhere that will give a wish, a star that will give a wish, and so he decides to keep the map and go off and find the wish so he can wish back his lives, and adventure ensues.
You pretty good, but you forgot to mention one of the characters that's pretty important to the.
Oh, well, Kitty Softpaws is back. Yes, sorry.
Salma Hayek. So it's the team up we always dreamt of again from Antonio Banderas.
Well, they're in the first Puss in Boots movie together. So
what?
Yeah, Kitty Softpaws is in the first Puss in Boots movie too.
Is that?
Yeah.
So all the callbacks, is that what happens in the first film?
Yeah. You should probably watch the first one, Dave.
I just thought that was just backstory filler.
It is backstory filler, but it's definitely the first one.
Okay, well, there we go. It's the sequel to the first one. Is the animation the same kind of thing from the first one, or is it?
No, it isn't. The animation, I think, is something quite special, actually.
Yeah.
The animation in the first one is sort of like Shrek animation, basically. So it's the kind of 3D modelled animation that you see in Shrek.
A little bit Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
Oh, well, this second one is definitely.
But the first one's more Shrek-y.
The first one is like your standard kind of Illumination, DreamWorksy animation that you'd expect. This one, very stylized and quite influenced by Spider-Verse, I'd say.
We should point out that the first one came out in 2011.
Yeah.
So it's taken 12 years to get to this, which is crazy. No wonder I didn't know about it. I didn't know when it came out. So,
yeah.
12 years later for a film that probably no one's talked about.
Well, no, and I think
the last 10 years.
This is a lot better than that one.
There is no right for this film to be this good. And
it's good, right?
It punches hard. Even just from the beginning.
Yeah.
I was smiling after that musical number at the beginning of the Puss in Boots, the town bit you were talking about. It's like, oh, wow. And then, like you said, the animation is... I thought this was going to be like, not straight to Disney sequel video ones back in the day, but pretty run-of-the-mill.
It's not, yeah.
Mate, it is... It's not at all. None of this film is what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little kiddie thing, and I thought I was going to look like the weirdo, and I did look like the weirdo, Rich, because I went by myself.
Oh, you went by yourself? I thought you were going with your wife.
No, she hurt her back, so I had to squeeze it in last night, and I was the only person sitting by themselves. Other people had their kids, other people were on dates, and there's little old Dave just watching a Puss in Boots 2 film.
So who was in the cinema when I went to watch it? It was me and a couple who looked like they might have been in their 90s who sat in the very front row.
Oh, that's sweet. Could you tell if they were having a good time?
I couldn't because I was at the very back row.
So there's only 3 of you in the screening?
3 of us in the screening, yeah. But
I'd say it wasn't the daytime, guys. It wasn't mine was a little bit busier than that. Not as busy as a film I watched the other day when I watched Plane. I won't give any spoilers. I'll talk about that in a month. But that screening was packed.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't a spare seat. But yeah, Puss in Boots 2. Core blimey, everyone.
Who knew it was going to be so strong? And what a cast as well.
We should probably go through a bit of the
just
cast.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears is an Oscar-winning cast. So we've got Goldilocks is played by Florence Pugh, and then Mama Bear is Olivia Colman. Papa Bear is Ray Winston, and then Baby Bear is Samson Kayo, who you'll recognise from... He's been in quite a few like British comedies and stuff.
Yeah. The ambulance one, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, and he's in a pizza delivery one as well. and he's also, I think he's just been in this Our Flag Means Death. The Taika Waititi one, Waititi. So yeah, those three bears are quality. That Goldilocks and the Three Bears, I could watch a movie of just them.
Well, that's what I was saying. That they would be enough.
Yeah,
but then on top of that,
then you've got John Mulaney. Yeah, John Mulaney as Jack Horner. Yeah,
hilarious.
And I don't know who the wolf's voice is.
But
the wolf is very good. Are we doing spoilers, Dave, or are we going to try and keep this spoiler free?
I think we should try and keep this spoiler free.
Okay,
if we can. Maybe we can tack a little bit on the end, be like, so and so.
Oh, I know who the wolf guy is.
Who is he?
The wolf guy is Wagner Moura, who plays Pablo Escobar in Narcos.
Ah,
he's the
there
wolf.
You go. His voice is very scary.
Yeah, very scary.
In fact, that whole character is very scary to me. But we haven't mentioned who Perito is.
Oh,
Harvey, who's What We Do in the Shadows of Fame TV series, not the movie.
Yes, yeah, the TV show.
Harvey Guillen?
Guillen, or anyway, it's
I love that.
It's a Mexican pronunciation, so I'm not sure how to say it.
You put the lovely little Spanish flair to it, though. There.
Probably Julian, isn't it? If it's Spanish, but anyway, I haven't seen what they do in the Shadows, the TV series. I've seen the movie, funny. But yeah, I've not seen him in that. But yeah, I know he's in it.
He's so hot right now.
He's so hot right now, and obviously like Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek as Puss in Boots and Kitty Softpaws.
Well, that's just perfect, isn't it?
Perfect.
Casting. Antonio Banderas in this film, his voice is just they're like intertwined now. It's so perfect that he knows that character so well, and it suits Puss in Boots.
And you know what? He plays it really straight when he needs to, and really funny when it needs to be funny. It's like the timing is perfect.
Did you get a little bit emotional, Rich, at any point in this?
I didn't, but I know you would have done.
I didn't completely flat out cry like I have done in some films.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you'd gone to watch it on your own, surrounded by little children, and started crying?
It wouldn't surprise me. But it had you think about your life, death, immortality, how you live your life, who you spend it with. It was so much more adult than what I thought it was going to be. I'm not saying it's not fun. Like for kids, I think the kids will have a great time. I think the wolf will be scary, but there is massively something there for adults.
Yeah. I mean,
Daddy, why are you crying?
Yeah, for me, it's like a breakdown of masculinity.
Yeah.
Being like, can't have to be the hero all the time, and you can't be vulnerable, and it's kind of
live your life, Rich.
Yeah, live your life, mate. Live your life.
We're all getting old.
There's a little bit where the little doggy goes, "Oh, well, why are you worried that you're having one life? I know I've only ever had one life." And then you're like, "Oh," Puss is like getting it.
Oh, God. Are you seeing your life flash before your eyes? I'm like, yes, yeah. Sweet Jesus, this is not why I came out to watch this film.
This movie should not have been made for late 30s, early 40-year-old men to go and watch and come out going, Jesus, I hard relate to that.
Didn't expect to. There's a point when he grows a beard, Puss in Boots. I was like, it's pretty much me at the moment.
That's a good beard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it going on.
Yours is similar.
Ginger beard.
Nobody from home can see that, but nobody listening can see that. But Dave's got a very similar beard to Puss in Boots.
And I'm ginger as well.
Yeah. Similar colour as well, yeah.
And, I speak a little bit of Spanish. Like,
do you?
Muchas gambas.
Oh.
That's I really like.
I don't speak any Spanish.
No, I got a D at GCSE. And I can't really do much.
So you probably speak just slightly more Spanish than me then, if you got D at GCSE.
Yeah, I was awful. I can't pronounce names, Rich. So how am I going to speak another language?
Well, that's true. I suppose that's true. I mean, if I had any kind of criticism of it, I think it's maybe got too many baddies. If that makes sense.
But the characters are so good.
They are good. They're really good, but. I guess Jack Horner is the big baddie, but
yes,
I wasn't really that fussed about him. I think I was more fussed about the wolf, more concerned about the wolf.
The wolf, when the wolf whistles, that's like, oh yeah,
it's creepy, isn't it?
It's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably agree with you, because at one point you think the Goldilocks and the Three Bears are a bad guy, and they kind of are for a little bit of it.
But they're not really. They're
not really.
They're just annoyed because Puss has double crossed them, isn't he?
Oh my God, there's the Goldilocks storyline that nearly got me as well.
yeah.
At the end, if anything, that got me more than anything else. When
I can see why. Yeah, that
my
was.
mum was like, "I'll get you that wish." I was like, "Oh God, yes." But yeah, I can see that. But with all those characters, that time absolutely flew. Like
totally.
I couldn't. By the time the end, I was like, "Oh my God, it's over."
Do you know what? Do you know how I know I enjoyed it? It's because about 20 minutes from the end, I thought, "Oh, I really need a wee." But I'm hanging on for 20 minutes because I don't want to miss it.
Not all soldiers, wear capes and all that. Heroes
Not all
wear capes.
heroes wear capes.
Well done.
Well, no, it's not that. It's that I was enjoying it so much. Normally, I'd have just gone, I'm going for a wee. I don't care. I'm missing a bit of this animation. But, that I was like, no, I'm crossing my legs and going for it.
God bless it. God. So the first one is, I'm guessing this is going to be a sequel better than the original by...
Oh, yeah. It is, definitely.
Quite a distance.
The first one is kind of exactly what you'd expect of a Shrek sequel, essentially, a Shrek spin-off. It's quite tropey, it's quite self-aware.
Well, the last few Shreks were so rubbish as well. 3 and 4 are awful.
I like 2, though.
2, I really like 2.
Yeah.
So I know there's some people out there who don't.
Yes.
He knows who he is.
Everyone on the sequelizers, essentially.
Okay, I wasn't going to mention names. But this has re-energized that need for another, because there is a teaser at the end. Spoiler. There is a teaser.
I thought we weren't doing spoilers.
I just went spoiler.
Yeah,
spoiler.
but still.
It does. I'm not going to say what the spoiler is. It does open it up to
something else. Yeah.
Something else. And I'm thinking, I'd love to see another Puss in Boots like this.
If it's the quality of this, then absolutely.
That's animation.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So good. It knew that it couldn't rely on that kind of animation, if you know what I mean. Because what we've had the last few years, especially with Spider-Man, and it's really stepped it up. He's like, okay, we've got to really match where Sony are going with their stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I think if you think of things like Kung Fu Panda and stuff that have come from DreamWorks, it's better than that.
I forgot about Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
It is, but I always like the animation in Kung Fu Panda. Did you watch? It's the first time I saw the new logo up on a big screen. The DreamWorks one.
Yeah.
And the audacity that they've put the bad guys already in it.
Yeah.
I don't. Kung Fu Panda, yes. Go with it. Shrek, definitely. Who else was in there?
You didn't like the bad guys so much, did you?
No. Dragon one, that's good. Beautiful animation. That should be in there. At least, bad guys, I can't see any future. They probably will pop out another one, but it's not in the same league as...
Well, yeah,
as this.
Potentially not. But then you wouldn't have said the first Puss in Boots was in the same league, so...
That's because I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you've told me it's not as good as this one or anything like this one. I'm not going to go back and see it.
It will fill in some of the gaps you've got, I think, in some of the look backs, but you don't need to go and see it.
I don't really care about it.
But in terms of the
much.
bad guys, my son loved it so much, so it's hit its demographic.
Who's the bad guy in the first one?
The bad guy in the first one is Humpty Dumpty, who is an egg.
Oh, they are clever with that. I didn't know what Jack Horner was.
Oh, yeah, little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating his curds and whey. Something like putting his thumb in a plum or something. He's sucking his thumb and pull out a plum, and I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
I did like all those little nods he was using. The whole last act I thought was really fun. The journey into
having his Mary Poppins bag and pulling all the magical weapons really and stuff out of it. It was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to rate it? Yeah, or do you want to?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think, like I say, I think it's not perfect. I think it does have a bit of it's a bit cluttered. I think is the best way I can put it. Just sort of slightly too many bad guys, but that is being very picky because it is very good. And yeah, I think it's certainly worth taking the family to go and see, and adults will like it just as much as kids do.
If anything, I think adults will enjoy it more.
Yeah, I think you might be right, actually.
I really do. I think this is one you can actually leave your kids at home.
Yeah, it would be a good date night movie. Yeah, I think
it's really fun. It's funny. zips along to a rate that I was disappointed when it ended, to be honest.
And the wolf,
surprised.
Just keep your eyes on the wolf, because he's more than meets the eye. He's not a transformer, but he's more than you think he is.
Stealing? Who do you think he's the VIP? Or is it just when those two are together?
I think Goldilocks and the Three Bears are the VIPs, to be honest. I think
they're very
I
funny.
think they're brilliant. I think they're all brilliant. And you can tell what brilliant actors they are, the three of them. Four of them, you know.
Oh, yeah, Three Bears.
I think Three Bears, but you've got Goldilocks as well, haven't you? So, yeah, they're really great.
I think it's just clever how they get those fairy tales into something like this and make it adult. I would like it if they put... I think someone says crap in it. There's definitely a swear word in there somewhere. I remember watching it last and thinking, oh, hello.
I didn't notice, to be honest, but yeah, there probably is.
But I would watch this with a few more cusses in it, and I think it'd still be just as funny.
Absolutely. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think unequal sequel?
I haven't seen the first one.
You haven't seen the first one, but I have. Yes, it's an unequal sequel.
I can imagine it's better, so it's unequal in a good way.
Yeah.
And rating wise, out of 7,
I think it's a solid 6. Maybe even a 6.5.
Come on, mate. A 7 is a perfect movie.
Yeah, true. It's a 6, I think.
I thought I was going to be generous with a 5.5.
No, it's better than that.
I thought I was going to go higher above.
It's almost like Spider-Verse level for me.
No.
Almost. Not quite, but almost.
It's good. Spider-Verse is.
Spider-Verse is a 7. This is a 6, as far as I'm concerned. But, I mean, I'll have to watch it again to make up my mind completely. But I think it's got really strong themes. It's beautifully put together. The animation is great.
The music, the songs, the animation.
The songs, yeah, all of that is really strong. It's a 6, yeah. The
care they took for the storyline is incredible.
Absolutely.
Because it punches much harder than you think it will.
Yeah.
And it should. It has no right. Absolutely no right to be as good as it is.
You're right.
From a sequel that no one was asking anything about and forgotten about and didn't know existed pretty much. From a franchise that pretty much has been like flatlining for, well, when was the last Shrek film? I can't even remember. Years ago, like over a decade probably,
2010,
right?
I think. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and this one's from 2011. So it has absolutely no right. And especially when there's been not great animations, like, let's think about The Bad Guys, not great, but... You
didn't like it, but I liked it more than you did.
But this one's been nominated for an Oscar, Rich.
Well, yeah, rightly so.
Rightly so. I think it has when I read the nominations, I kind of laughed. I was like, Puss in Boots.
It's got stiff competition, though.
Now, I get it why it's up there, though, and I can see why it's in the conversation.
Sea Beast is going to be stiff competition in the animated
I think Pinocchio.
Category. Yeah, of course, Pinocchio. I think Pinocchio's probably going to take it, you're right.
I think Pinocchio. And I think even Turning Red. I think the story in that from the latest Pixar.
I would watch this over Turning Red, I think.
I would watch this over Turning Red as well. I just think it's good how those animations are attacking those storylines now. Like that, Turning Red was a big thing for young ladies, going through that. And this is
a big thing for 40-year-old men.
Men.
Who are worried about their mortality. Yeah, true.
Just live your life, guys. Be happy. Try not to worry about anything.
I mean,
spend it with people you love. I was like, oh God, this is too much on a Tuesday night. I wasn't expecting this. But you put it at 6. Okay, I'm going to go 6 as well. I can't go any lower than you, as I thought I enjoyed it more than you.
Oh, no, I don't think you did. I really enjoyed it.
I think, I really enjoyed it. And you told me there's some bad bits. And I was like, I thought that was all right.
No, I didn't. I didn't think... No, that's not true. I didn't say it was bad bits. I just said if I'm being very harsh and being very critical, then I think it's slightly cluttered. But that's being very harsh.
That is being very harsh. Okay. 6. Guys, go see Puss in Boots 2. It would not surprise me by the end of this year when we have to pick our best sequels, this will be in the conversation.
It will be in the conversation, yeah.
Because it's that good, I think.
Surprising. It's certainly going to be most surprising sequel.
Yeah, and it's done the hard fast, especially for sequels, of being better than the first one. I think Toy Story 2, Shrek 2 I put in there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a graveyard of littered iffy sequels for animation. So, to the director, who I noticed last night was Joel Crawford and Joao Mercado. Sorry if I murdered your name there. You did a great job.
Yeah, isn't that like Manuel Mercado?
Yep, those two people, brilliant. And 6, and go see it. I really recommend to go and see it. There's a lot of films coming out at the moment. It is that Oscar season. There's The Whale and Babylon and Knock at the Cabin.
I want to see The Whale. I'm up for a good cry.
Yeah, I need a good. Well, I thought this was going to be it, but I would find time for Puss in Boots. There are surprises in there as well. There are some spoilers we haven't let out.
Yeah.
Well done, Rich, for not letting that one out.
I think you let more spoilers than me.
But I did say spoiler.
You did, yeah, that's true.
Okay, cool. Do you want to see the lovely people?
I was going to say, yeah, no, keep them free of spoilers. We've got loads of interview episodes, 4 series of interview episodes to go and look back. We're not going to spoil them here because they're brilliant, and you wouldn't want us to do that. So go listen back to them before we, give something away that makes you cross. And while you're there, if you wouldn't mind, like give us a rating. 5 stars is nice. Maybe even write us a little review on Apple Podcasts. It does help other people to find us. We'd love that. Tell your friends. Tell your cat. Yeah, especially your cat, because it turns out they can talk. So, spread it around.
Love those cats.
And if you really, really like us, hit the subscribe button, hit the auto-download button. We'll drop into your pod player of choice every week. And if you really, really, really like us, then pop along to anotherslice.com/unequal sequels. Unequal sequel, sorry. We will. We've put up a free episode on there of the first episode of our box set mentality series that we're doing on Another Slice. So go along, have a listen to that. If you like what you hear, then it's $2.99 a month to get yourself some more brilliant content on there. And there is some more brilliant stuff coming. We've had a meeting today where we've discussed some fantastic new ideas for Another Slice. So there'll be a few more freebie episodes coming for Another Slice, but do make sure you subscribe, otherwise you're going to be missing out on some awesomeness.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Fast 10 trailer is going to drop soon. So when that does, me and Rich will hop on to Another Slice and discuss our hopes and dreams.
Absolutely.
For Fast 10 Part 1.
And of course, if you want to get in touch with us and tell us your hopes and dreams, then we are on social media. We're at Unequal Sequel on Twitter and Instagram. And you can email us unequalsequel@hotmail.com. Let us know. We'll read out any of your comments, any of your messages in the roundup at the end of the month.
Perfect. I just want to mention, purely accidentally, because that's what the podcast are, we released our episode of Box Set Mentality, which we are looking at Planet of the Apes, on the day Planet of the Apes was premiered in 55 years ago in New York.
Amazing.
Completely by accident. I wish we planned that kind of shit, but we don't. Thank you everyone for listening. Brilliant. We are about to really crack into season 5 of Unequal, our main money maker.
Money maker. I think it costs us more than we make.
Yes, that's why you now are hearing a certain few adverts.
Yeah.
So thank you for putting up with those. If you don't like them, just skip them.
Don't skip them. Listen to them.
Okay, just listen to them. But
we don't get paid if they skip them, Dave.
Oh, really?
No.
Don't skip them. Listen to every bloody word of that.
We put all the money we make back into the podcast, so
Absolutely.
It helps to make the podcast better. We buy some equipment and that sort of stuff.
Yes, that is very true. Yes, it doesn't go in our pocket. Sadly, it's not a full-time job yet.
No.
If anything, it's like 2 extra jobs.
It's like 2 extra jobs that we don't get paid for. We actually pay to do.
But I still do enjoy it. I feel refreshed and ready to go again now for the next season of season 5. I've got nothing else to say. Rich, you got anything else to say?
Nope, that's it.
I feel like we're talking too much. It is a goodbye from me and a bye-bye from him.
Bye!
See you on the next episode, which is the sequel to this episode. It's been an absolute pleasure. Bye-bye.
Oh, you nailed that. Lovely.
I did, didn't I?
You did.
I really felt suave at the end.
Oh, yeah, I think you're getting there, mate. I think it's because you've been watching Antonio Banderas. You're all cool now.
Oh, I think he's brilliant. I like a ginger cat, you know. I don't like cats, but if I had to get a cat, unless my wife is listening, apparently she threatens that she does now, I do not want a cat. Do not want a cat. Okay?